come on in. Welcome to Tobias Music Room. My name is Murdock, and I'm here to do songs of the Great Lakes and stories and all kinds of stuff like that. Give you a little background on the songs, etc. So let's get underway. You all may bless your happy lot to dwell safe on the shore, free from the tempest and the blast that's round a sailor's oar. It's little you know of the hardships, nor do you understand the stormy nights we do endure off the shores of Michigan. The Bannockburn was a ship, my friend, sailed away with 20 men. Never came back to Port Arthur again. I said Mayday. Sailed away in 1902, crossed the water cold and blue. Never locked down through the Sioux. I said Mayday. When the lakes are on the rise, the sailors say, I thought I saw her riding by the other way. Thought I saw her stacking off. Thought I heard the whistle call. Hey, hey, we're over this way. I said Mayday. Now the Bannockburn was downward bound. She left the lakes without a sound. The weather calm for days around. I said Mayday. Nobody knows just where she went. There was no radio message sent. We looked all over on the lakes for them. I said Mayday. When the lakes are on the rise, the sailors say, I thought I saw her riding by the other way. Thought I saw her stacking off. Thought I heard the black king call. Hey, hey, we're over this way. I said Mayday. Now I don't believe in ghosts, I guess, fairy tales and all that's left, but this one legend just don't rest. I said Mayday. Oh, the Bannockburn is on a trip, and like the Flying Dutchman myth, no one on that phantom ship will cry Mayday. When the lakes are on the rise, the sailors say, I thought I saw her riding by the other way. Thought I saw her stacking off. Thought I heard the first mate call. Hey, hey, we're over this way. I said Mayday. Around the Great Lakes, wild and wet, there have been some famous wrecks, but this one hasn't ended yet. I said Mayday. In the winter lay up cold when sailors sit around the stove. The Bannockburn is a story told. I said Mayday. When the lakes are on the rise, the sailors say, I thought I saw her riding by the other way. As she goes, heard the whistle as it blows. Hey, hey, we're over this way. I said Mayday. Rolling steady as she goes, heard the whistle as it blows. Hey, hey, we're over this way. I said Mayday. Now that was a song that was written by Larry Penn, and it was about the Bannockburn that went missing in 1901 or 1902, and it was preceded by a traditional song from a song called "The Wreck of the Antelope." It's called "The Shores of Lake Michigan." Now, most of you know this song, so join in at your home. I got a mule and her name is Sal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We hauled some is in our day, filled with lumber, coal, and hay. And we know every step of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, for we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. We better get along on our way, old gal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. There's not another mule as good as Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. Get up there, Sal, here comes a lock. We'll make roll about 6 o'clock. One more trip, then back we'll go. Right on back home to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, for we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Now, where would I go if I lost my pal? 15 miles on the Erie Canal. There's not another mule as good as Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. I had a friend that got her sore. Now he's got a broken jaw, 'cause she let go with her iron toe and kicked him clear back to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, for we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Well, you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Now that is a song that was actually written on Tin Pan Alley in 1913. By a guy named Thomas Allen. So there were no canalers that actually sang that song, but almost every kid since then has sung it in elementary school. And that's why we like it so much. I think the kids liked it so much because they had that mule in it, you know. I'm going to take my 12-string out and sing one of my songs. This is dedicated to, there's a story, actually, and I was dedicated to Dennis Hale. And Dennis was just a sailor working on the Great Lakes, and he was 26 years old. And in 1966, he had this amazing experience of his vessel sinking out from under him, the Daniel J. Morrell. This particular song was taken, all the information was taken from the Coast Guard records. His perspective, Voices Across the Water. First thing I remember as a little boy was the hot summer days down at the harbor. The big boats coming in and the black smoke hanging low, drifting back all the way to the horizon. All the way to the horizon. It was a slow motion dance on a sultry afternoon for one so young and in a hurry. The rhythm of the engines kept the time for all the crew. You could hear their voices cross the water. Their voices cross the water. I was waiting, next thing I remember was the Windsor Mullindock. I was there with the crew in the office. We had missed the departure of our boat from Buffalo. You see her lights on the horizon. Her lights on the horizon. horizon. So we motored down the thruway and through Ohio, up to Detroit, then back across to Windsor. You can meet us there, the captain said, on the ship to shore. You could hear his voice across the water. His voice across the water. I was waiting, while curled in my bunk, the anchors and chains and the sword of a junk went a clanging and a banging as the weather outside rose. With every pitch and roll, it sent a shudder to my toes. Waiting, waiting, waiting to fall asleep. Thing I remember was the buckling of steel and the sun roar that shook me from my slumber. Our boat broke into the stern, shoved the bow aside and plowed on all the way to the horizon. All the way to the horizon. It was a slow motion dance on a stormy, angry sea for one so small and unimportant. A huge swell swept us overboard. When she went down, you could hear voices across the water. Voices across the water. I was waiting, waiting, waiting for the end to come. Now my hands and feet are frozen as this raft is tossed about in the turmoil that spread across the water. And of all of my shipmates, I'm the only left alive, all alone, all the way to the horizon. All the way to the horizon, so cold, all the way to the horizon. A great story about a hero of mine, Dennis Hill. Now this next song I first heard near the shores of Lake Superior back in 1980-81, and sung by the great Illinois folk singer Art Thiem. But it was probably one of the most popular of the lake ballads, as sung by the sailors themselves back in the 19th century. It celebrates a vessel called the E.C. Roberts, who was an industrialist from Cleveland, Ohio, primarily hauling iron ore. And the song starts out in Chicago, where they're getting provisions for the miners up in Escanaba, Michigan, where there, when they dock, they load iron ore to be taken down to Cleveland, Ohio at the steel mills. Kind of like a tuneful travelogue, the red iron ore. and all you boat fellows that follow the lakes. On an iron ore vessel you're living to make. I shipped in Chicago, bid adieu to the shore, bound for Escanaba and the red iron ore. Derry down, 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 Derry down. In the month of September, the 17th day, $2.25 was all they would pay. On a Monday morning from the North Branch to take the schooner C. Roberts out into the lake. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Now the wind from the southward it blew a fresh gale, and down through Lake Michigan the Roberts did sail. Down through Lake Michigan the Roberts did roar, and on Wednesday morning we went through Death's Door. Derry down, 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 Derry down. The sailors entered off the Green Bay, and from her cut water she dashed the white spray. We rounded Sandpoint, the anchor let go, folded up all the canvas, and then went below. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Next morning we hauled alongside the Exile, then was made fast to an iron ore pile. They lowered the chutes like thunder did roar. They spouted it to us, the red iron ore. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Some sailors took shovels while others took spades. Some took wheelbarrows, each man was trade. We looked like red devils, our backs they got sore. We cursed Escanaba and the red iron ore. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Then the tug Escanaba, she towed out the Minch. It was there that they thought they'd left us in a pinch. They gave us 3 cheers as they passed by, saying, see you in Cleveland next 4th of July. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Gone through Rock Island Passage, it blew a fresh breeze. We made the foxes, the beavers, the skilly-gilly. We passed by the Minch for to show her the way. She near hove in sight till off Thunder Bay. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Across Saginaw Bay, then the Roberts did ride, with dark and deep water rolling over her side. And straight for the river the Roberts did go, where the tug Kate Williams took us in tow. Derry down, 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 Derry down. And all through North Passage, oh Lord, how it blew. All round the dummy a large fleet hove to. Oh, the night it was dark, oh Nick it would scare. Next morning we hove up, for Cleveland did steer. Derry down, 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 Derry down. So now we're in Cleveland Bay, fast and stern, and over a bottle we'll spin a good yarn. Here's to Captain our Rummage, who had on to stand treat for getting us to Cleveland ahead of the fleet. Derry down, 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 Derry down, Derry down, 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 Derry down. Red iron ore. Lake Superior is an amazing lake. Each of the Great Lakes have their own charm. Lake Superior is just unbelievably huge. And this song that I like singing is from the Keweenaw Peninsula. And again, I heard a number of people sing this song, Sally Rogers and Art Thiem. But I first heard it at the North Country Folk Festival in Ironwood, Michigan. And it's been a favorite of mine ever since then. Written by Craig Johnson, who spent his summers in the Keweenaw with his grandmother. Banks of cold waters. I traveled this country from the Keweenaw headlands, where the wild goes to cry, or the rocks to the sea, or the cold inland ocean, to the Manitou Island, far away from my own strange places to see. The stars, they shine bright on the south shore tonight, the key when all light sweeps over the bay. And if dreams could come true, I'd still be there with you, on the banks of cold waters at the close of the day. Now I've been through the boom towns of the century tie-in, past the ruins of the smelters and the rusted head frames, down through Mohawk, Amique, Calumet and Loria, 100 sad places that are vast with no names. The stars, they shine bright on the south shore tonight, the key when all light sweeps over the bay. And if dreams could come true, I'd still be there with you, on the banks of cold waters at the close of the day. I've counted the cross ties, the dried bones of the railroad that stretch from the dawn to the end of the day. And I counted the miles between me and my true love, the lines on the highways that carried me away. The stars, they shine bright on the south shore tonight, the key when all light sweeps over the bay. And if dreams could come true, I'd still be there with you, on the banks of cold waters at the close of the day. All the leaves have turned golden, the summer's nigh over, the wild geese fly low over Lake Manganese. In that faraway country, we walk by slow rivers, alongside cold waters, neath the whispering trees. The stars, they shine bright on the south shore tonight, the key when all light sweeps over the bay. And if dreams could come true, I'd still be there with you, on the banks of cold waters at the close of the day. The stars, they shine bright on the south shore tonight, the key when all light sweeps over the bay. And if dreams could come true, I'd still be there with you, on the banks of cold waters at the close of the day. Mermaid of Ontario had long green stringy hair-o, and a seaweed gown to wear-o, but she had no one to marry-o. Oh, the Mermaid of Ontario loved a big mouth bass named Larry-o, who lived in Lake St. Clair-o, under the St. Clair Ferry-o. Oh, the Mermaid of Ontario sent a seagull emissary-o to ask that big bass Larry-o if he'd consent to marry-o. Oh, no, 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 said Larry-o, my life I will not share-o. I'd rather play solitary-o, sit around in my underwear-o, read books from the fish library-o. He said, you're so ordinary-o, and I'm extraordinary-o, and I dress so debonair-o, I've a fine vocabulary-o, I learned from the fish dictionary-o. Before I marry you, I marry-o a Guernsey cow from the dairy-o, or eat a poison berry-o, line up with fish dysentery-o. Oh, the poor Mermaid of Ontario, 'twas more than she could bear-o. So she cried for a day, then she swam away with a yuppie little guy named Gary-o. happy pair-yo, 'cause he's a millionaire-yo. In his yacht in Lake St. Clair-yo, they cuddle in a cozy chair-yo, listen to his underwater stereo. And that big mouth bass named Larry-o married a cow from the dairy-o. She fed him a poison berry-o, he wound up in the fish cemetery-o. And that's the whole scenario. That's a song that I learned from Bob Gibson, and it was actually written by Shel Silverstein. And all I can say is, don't blame me, I didn't write it. Well, I'm going to finish up with one more song. It's been a lot of fun to be able to sing for you in this beautiful setting here at Tobias Music, and I hope you had a good time. And I'm going to finish up with another old favorite. It's kind of what I felt like doing tonight, is just a lot of the older songs. And this is a song that actually was written by Eric Bogle, and it's a favorite by many of my fans, and called Safe in the Harbor. So until next time, I'd like to wish you all good health, and always be a fair wind that fills your sails. Have you stood by the ocean on a diamond hot morning and felt the horizon stir deep in your soul? Watch the wake of a steamer, she cuts through blue water, being ripped by a fever you just can't control. To throw off the shackles and fly with the seagulls where the green waves go tumbling before driving sea winds, or to lie on the decking on a warm summer's evening, watch the red sun fall burning beneath the earth's rim. To every sailor comes time to drop anchor, hold in the sails and make the lights fast. The deep water dreamer, your journey is over, you're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor at last. Now some folks are sailors, but most are just dreamers, held fast by the anchors they forged in their minds. When their hearts know they'll never sail over deep water to search for a treasure they're afraid they won't find. So in sheltered harbors they cling to their anchors, bank down the boilers and shut down the steam, and wait for the sailors to return with the treasures, to fan the dull embers and the fire of their dreams. To every sailor comes time to drop anchor, haul in the sails and make the lines fast. You deep water dreamer, your journey is over, you're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor at last. Now some folks are schemers who laugh at the dreamers, take the gold from the sailors and turn it to dross. There are men in a prison, women without vision, whose only horizon is profit and loss. So when storm clouds come sailing across your blue ocean, hold fast to your dreaming for all that you're worth. For as long as they're dreamers, there will always be sailors bringing back their bright treasures from the corners of earth. To fast, you deep water dreamer, your journey is over, you're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor